Hey up, so finally after finishing the downstairs of my house renovation, it's time to get on to a pretty fun project this time. As you can see, got a load of steel, let me send a little drawing. Yeah, we're going to make some furniture. There's quite a lot of stuff what I'm going to be making, but in this one I'm going to be making a new dining table and chairs. So yeah, let's crack on and get started with it. Right, so I've already cut a lot of bars up because I actually got it delivered to work. My boss was kind enough to order it all for me. I've still got some of these pieces to cut at a 45 degree. So we're going to set up, we're going to get some bits cut and then start welding. This is just a little plan of... Right, so first thing, I'm going to make like a bit of a bench seat. So this is going to be the top, like the actual seat piece. And then these two bits are going to be what the legs. So they're going to go onto the floor. And then I've got these that are going to go up like that. And then the top piece is going to stick on top of them. So what I need to do is cut these at a 45 degree and then weld them up basically. That's the first cut. Right, so now they're cut, I'm going to just whip round all edges, whip grinder, and take all sharp edges off. Right, so I've got that set up. I'm going to tack it in place and then I can assemble the rest of it and then weld it all fully up when it's all tacked in place. So we'll get that done now. Right, that should be enough to hold it. So I'll get set up footrest for other two. We'll get them all tacked in as well. Right, so that's everything tacked up. Well, just the main seating frame. So I'm going to flip that over now and I'm going to start welding it up fully. And then it's a case of putting all legs together for it. So yeah, we'll get this welded now. Nice welds on there. These are going to be the feet for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this section out so that I can just put a bit of a fancy edge on each one, and then they're going to be welded up so like with a plate on end as well. So we'll get that done. There we go. Might just have to trim these down a little bit, I don't know. I'll just cut a piece out and weld that in now. That's them done. As you can see, boxed them off at end, get them a grind up. Now this is the centre, and this is where the centre pole is going to go. These are going to sit like this. Yeah, so that's the next thing, is to get these welded on and figure out what spacement what space in between we're going to have them. Yeah, it's going to look something like that at both sides. Right, that's the legs all welded up. Just need to glue them onto that now. Right, so we've got that marked up in position where it wants to go, so I'm going to tack it up. Now, as you can see, I haven't got the best welding setup on a wooden table, so I'm trying to get it as square as I possibly can, just using clamps and checking it with square and everything. Ideally you are better off on a metal table, but this is showing that it can be done on a wooden table. So yeah, let's get this tacked on. Right, we'll just check it best we can with a square, see what we're looking like, and it is just a little bit I'll tell you something though, if you're in the market for a little MIG welder, this one from Artec, it's fantastic. I absolutely love this little machine. It's I've had it probably 3 years now, something like that. They're not cheap, but they're certainly not the most expensive ones on the market. But yeah, I think you now get a 5-year warranty with them as well, and they're weld lovely. They have just brought a new model out as well, which I would be really tempted to buy, but I've got this one, so there's no point having two. But I mean, I do really want it. It looks nice. It's all digital and everything. It looks a pretty nice one. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll bring you back when they're both fully welded up and let you have a look at it, and then we'll move on to the next section. Lovely. Look at that, what I need to do is weld some tabs on the inside. I'm going to put some wood, a wooden base now on there. Don't know what sort of wood I'm going to be using yet, or exactly how I'm going to attach it, but we'll figure that out later on once I've actually bought the wood, and then get all the nice paint up. This is these welds are going to be ground off, same on other side as well, so I'm going to get that done now, and then I can move on to fabricating the next piece, which will either be the table or I'm making 2 chairs. So there's going to be a bench, this is like a 2-seater, and then 2 single chairs, similar style. So yeah, I'll grind this up and start on something else. Right, so this is all the steel to make 2 chairs. Yeah, so we'll crack on with that next. So that's all the 45 degrees cut. Also, these are the back piece. There's going to be the back, and what I've done is I've cut a little relief cutting so I can bend them a little bit, so that you're going to get a little bit of a leaning back on it. I've not done it to any specific angle, I've just cut a slot, nearly all the way through, just so I can bend it. I'm going to weld them shut, and that should give it just enough leanage on the back. I did cut these two wrong, but they are longer than what I need, so I can still trim them down a bit. I've not ruined it. I can still make what I need to do out of it. So yeah, we'll start off by welding these shut and then start assembling these chairs. So that's the two chairs fully welded up now. So I used 20mm box section for the rest is out of 25. Yeah, I think once all welds are ground up, I don't need to grind every one flush, but a lot of them I will be grinding. Like all these will all be ground flush, all sides, all this bit here, and I think these ones here I might blend them in a little bit, and then it's ready for, well, obviously I've got some tabs to weld on, but I don't know, I need to get the wood first. Don't really know what I'm doing yet, whether wood's going on top or whether it's going inside. I have put a bit of a poll on the community page, which the wood on the inside seems to be winning at the minute. Yeah, so we'll move on to making the table frame next. That's all the pieces cut to angle. That's the table top. These are going to be the legs, and they're going to be the cross member foot section that I've cut out, so I can squash that on, like I did with that bench, make it look the same. So yeah, these are all ground up. Put a little bit of a chamfer on there, on the edges, so that I've got a bit better penetration when I'm welding. Should make it a bit stronger, because there's a lot of these joints what will be getting ground back off flush, so I need to make sure I'm getting my weld all the way through, so that they're nice and strong for when I grind them up. So let's get these welded up now. Table welded up. Finally got all the welding done, well, apart from some tabs that I need to weld on inside for setting the wood in. So I can get it all cleaned up now, grind off all the welds that need grinding off, get it ready, cleaned up for paint. I have got a bit of a bend in it. You know, I've done the best I can with what I've got. Ideally, a nice welding table where you can actually clamp stuff down to it would be ideal, but at the minute all I've got is a wonky wooden bench. So I've done, I think it's come out pretty well for how I've done it. But yeah, we'll get them cleaned up, get them ready for paint, and I have got the wood, it's in car. I'm gonna probably set up, cut all the wood, see whereabouts I need them tabs on first, get that done. So yeah, we'll crack on with that next. Right, that's the table all cleaned up, and I've placed the wood down and just put the table on top of it. Obviously there's a lot of work to do with this bit now. Don't know whether I'll probably end up gluing them all together. They are a little bit uneven, it's just how I bought it, so it's not perfect. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a ponder on it now and have a think of what to do. I think this middle one, because it does need a bit trimming off, it is a little bit too wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and plane a bit off of that middle one and try and get some of these knots out of it. So I'll set up on this thing right here, and we'll try and get that a closer size. So that is all glued up and clamped into place. So we'll leave that overnight and come back to it when it's dry. It's the next day. Let's get it out of clamps now and hopefully see whether it's flat and don't decide to curl up anywhere. So it has all glued, which is pretty good. We're looking nice and flat. So I am happy with how this has turned out. Let's give this a try then. Yeah, there we go. That's actually turned out really nice, that. I like it. I think if I start doing a lot more woodworking stuff, I think I might go for, you know, invest in a good track saw, like you know, a Fest tool or something like that. A little bit of tear out. It's not too bad though, that. Right, I'll turn it around, get other side done now. So that's it cut. It is actually just held in place, just with friction. So what I need to do now is cut some tabs, some steel tabs, and put it, if you can see underneath, there's a bit of a lip there. So I'm going to put some tabs, weld them onto that there, so I can screw straight through the tab into the tabletop, and that should hold it nice and secure. Right, so I've got a load cut off. I'm just drilling some holes in. I've not marked up where holes are going. I'm just drilling 3 holes in each tab in roughly the same place. Just enough to stick 2 screws in each one. I mean 3 screws in each one. Right, so and then obviously I will countersink them for the screw head to sit into. So yeah, I'll carry on getting all them cut now. That's all the tabs tacked on. I'm going to take the wood off now, weld them up fully. These nuts now to weld on, you know what, I best make sure that they actually fit. Yeah, there we go. So there, I'm going to weld on there like that, and then I can adjust the height if I need to, and also with these being rubber, it's going to stop the steel scratching up all that new laminate flooring that I've put down. So we don't want that happening, do we? So I'm going to get them nuts tacked on now, and then it's ready for a clean and a paint. And there we have it. That is the nuts welded on for the feet. So that is basically the table complete now. It just needs cleaning, painting, and the tabletop staining up. So I'll give the tabletop a quick sand up and put some stain on that. There we go, all stained up. Like I say, we'll let that dry now, and then I'll get some satin varnish, and that should be that finished. Hey, look at that, eh? Still a bit unsure about the copper colour. Just kind of look a bit gold, doesn't it? But yeah, that's the table finished. So we'll crack on. I'll get all chairs done now. That is the bench finished. So that's another one down. As you can see, if I show you over there, I've glued the wood up for 2 chairs. Still need to cut them to size and clean all the chairs up, make them look like this. So that's what I'm going to do now. I've shown you enough of the project up to now, so I'm just going to crack on and get them done, and then I'll show you it all finished in place all together. Right, so that's it. As you can see, kind of fits nicely in the space that I wanted it to fit. It's not too bad, you know, it's all right for a first attempt. I could have gone all out and made one the traditional blacksmithing way, but that would have just taken way too long. So for a fairly quick fabricating job, I don't think it's turned out too bad. You'll have to let me know in the comments. Do you like it? Do you think I should have gone with a different colour? I kind of think this matches how we've done the house, but I also think a gunmetal grey might have been alright as well. It's kind of match blinds then. So yeah, I think pretty happy with how it's turned out. Next job, as you can see, I've still not boxed in that electric meter and everything, so I shall be making some kind of fancy box to box that in, make that look a lot nicer then. So yeah, leave a comment. What do you think? Do you think it's turned out pretty nice? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in comments, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.